all those.
Yeah, I mean, he did of Electric Sheep.
Which is Blade Runner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Like it has, it follows Deckard, right? Rick Deckard.
I'm actually not even sure. I've never seen Blade Runner the original.
What?
We talked about this because you said you liked the
2049.
Let's watch it sometime then.
2049 was like my favorite movie of.
Yeah, but I asked you if I should watch it without the first one. You said no.
No.
So,
Absolutely not.
dude, well, let's watch it sometime.
Oh my God.
One
Blade
of
Runner.
these times when we're
Just
all
hanging
talked out and we just wanna.
I'd
Yeah.
be down to watch it tonight.
I feel like
I
I need to consume more. Maybe you could help me with finding the right things to consume.
But the thing is, I kind of want to be around for it too, so I could consume with you.
Well, that's what I mean. We should make something out of this.
I just, I didn't know how it would relate to the project, but
What we're doing?
Yeah, just like if I were to just send you.
Philosophically.
Yeah.
Because you brought it up in the context of solipsism.
It's true.
Yeah. So. And even just broadening my understanding of
I think
the
that'd be
sci-fi.
good. I think you could appreciate it. They're long movies, though.
Yeah, like 2.5 hours.
I think the latest one is 3.
Wow.
And the first one has so many different versions, though. Also,
I
There's,
told
like,
you
the
I haven't seen
theatrical
any Star
release.
Wars since Episode 1.
But did you see the original 3?
Oh yeah.
Did you care for them?
Oh, I mean.
Okay, so
the
you
AT-AT
actually
and
did.
the Millennium Falcon. I was obsessed for so long.
I didn't know.
Really?
No.
How do you not see all this stuff flying
I
around?
didn't know because I never know what's your father's and what's yours.
One of these. Oh yeah, it's all mine. I was like.
Just you never eat.
No, that's wrong. There's a Pond of Babel, but that's about all there is in here. I have hundreds of figurines from like I never sold them yet.
Man, so like, I was saying you had that.
Dude, yeah, I thought you knew that about me.
No.
But I haven't
I
like.
haven't kept up with it since 2001.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of fluff since then.
But I just watched, when I came back from Houston, I just sat out on the couch for a week going, who am I, what am I doing back here? And in that time I slept to, I rewatched the originals.
The original.
And I'm like, this is so damn good. They're just the feelings it evoked in me. And just remembering, like...
I love the score and the cast. I love the idea of there being... It reminds me of, like, in New York City, you're riding the subway, and you see all these people from all these different backgrounds, and no two people look anything alike.
Yeah, like they're from completely different
planets. And when I see, like, the Mos Eisley Cantina, and, like, how everybody is... Yeah, I'd seen that before,
It's so funny.
I don't know if you said that to me, but this is hilarious.
Maybe I did.
But
I think we looked at that when we were at the hair color pond.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I didn't realize that you used to be.
I thought it was Han Solo. I would just
That's crazy.
Well, when I was little, I was a Power Ranger for years, and I was Han Solo. I would become the characters.
My thing too. I would. So crazy. So remember when AOL was a thing?
Oh yeah, I remember getting those discs in the mail.
Remember chat rooms?
Yeah.
I remember I would go into chat rooms and role play.
Really?
Star Wars characters.
Dude, you would have been like 4 years old.
No, this was later. I mean, in 2002.
Okay.
So I would have been.
Oh, this is not. I'm thinking AOL 1997 when it was brand new.
This is a few years after. I had AOL well until like. I think my mom only switched over to Verizon. Like.
Wow. Okay, I'm thinking like discs in the mail. Wow, 30 minutes free each week.
Even my freshman year of high school, I had dial-up. Yeah, I was late to the broadband party.
Well, I have my own quirks. I didn't even get my first phone until 2014. Or no,
There you go.
2015. It was Dean who got the first phone in this family.
But yeah, so like I was late to that party, but I remember going into AOL and chatting with people, and I found a whole forum group of people who would roll their own characters like you would in a role-playing game.
You were into the expanded universe stuff.
I ended up becoming that, and that ended up becoming my outlet. That was my escapism. Between that,
I got a little bit into that for a little bit.
That was huge for me, and then also...
I don't remember which one it was that I was looking at though, because I bought like these books. And there was like some guy named like Xanatos or something. Or
Zizor, Prince Zizor, Shadow of the Empire, maybe.
I remember the figurines of him.
Was he green and had a black ponytail?
No, he looked like
Or-
a dude. He was just a boy. He was like a protagonist in one of the series.
Okay.
I do remember Prince Zizor, the figurines though, because that was my thing, the figurine collections.
I remember reading Shadow of the Empire and thinking it was the most incredible.
Did you collect the figurines?
Yeah.
Dude,
And
all the packaging, there was the red ones, the green ones, and then
Yeah.
that was fun, especially around like 97.
I still have all my Stormtrooper stuff. I mean,
Nice.
like
I
Darth
have
Vader's.
dolls. Dude, when I was drinking so much last year, I was like drunk for like 6 months, and I just remember walking in at one point just drunk to my mother. She's on the work, and I'm like, every time I get drunk, I just want to. And I had this Emperor Palpatine figurine that was, or a doll that was still in the box. It was only worth like $20 on eBay though. It's not going for anything.
Yeah.
And I just walked into her office with it, and I'm like, every time I drink, I just want to open this, and someone needs to stop me. And
Right.
I was just really silly. And then one day I just woke up with it on top of me, and I'm like, I opened it.
Oh.
I don't care. It was funny.
Did I tell you about? I don't know if I was
I still have that in my room somewhere, just over there. And I was just playing with it.
My mother bought me 3 figurines. There was Legolas and Rodan armor
From
from Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
The two towers. I always want to say Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Gandalf the White and an Aragorn figure, I think.
Okay, I
Or it
didn't
might have
have
been a
any of those.
Rohan Ranger. But she was like, keep them in the boxes for reward something one day. Months upon months, I would just see them in the boxes and they're there. One day I opened them up and she beat the shit out of me. Like
Because of that?
she threw the toys at me or the figures at me. She went into me. She was like, I told you they're gonna be worth something
If it meant
one
that
day.
much to her, why would she even give them to you in the first place? That's so
Right.
so strange.
So, and she just broke them. She just broke them into pieces. And years later, she went and found those toys and bought them for me again. And I ended up giving them away. I gave Aaron Legolas, and I gave Annalise Gandalf, or vice versa.
Are you
And
talking about
I-
Aaron?
Yeah, I gave Aaron my Gandalf the White, or Legolas. I can't remember. I think I gave him Legolas. By that point, obviously,
The bad emotional.
Yeah, bad emotional attachment. But I wanted so bad just to play. It was such an innocent thing. I just wanted to play with the toys. My mom just attacked
Damn.
me. Remember? Yeah, there was a lot of instances like that, and it caught me off guard too. Like
Yeah.
it just was one of those things.
I could see it still. I mean,
Yeah,
it's alive in you.
It still affects me, and
My house wasn't physical as much as emotional and mental.
yeah, my house, my mother, and it's crazy because I don't know how she raised me. Single mom in New York City, like she didn't have much to lean on, and so
Yeah.
she busted her ass. I mean, physically, she has
A busted ass.
no, well,
Who
she
knows?
has lower lumbar spine.
Like scoliosis?
Degenerative disc, not scoliosis.
Oh, a slip disc.
Yeah, it was rheumatoid arthritis, and then it went into some sort of fibrosis.
Damn.
What is it called? Fibromyalgia.
Okay, yeah. So like constant pain.
And I feel no remorse because of all the trauma that I had.
You feel like it's just
I
getting
just
back.
can't sympathize with her because of all the and a lot of my self-esteem issues was from her calling me ugly and fat as a child and
Man,
constantly berating me.
it's weird
I
how
wasn't built up as a
we
child.
can both have like crappy upbringings, but they can still be so different.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more part of the over restriction, the
Suffocation.
the suffocation, and growing up, and I'm just believing everything they're saying. And I mean, there's a lot of people that suffer abuse, but they don't realize it until so much later because it's not the typical beating or the divorce or it's not a broken home, so you don't know that there's anything else. They're like, they didn't hit me, everything's fine, but you suffered, and it was.
I would think. I mean,
It's
honestly,
weird because you don't realize it till late.
When you have the upbringing, like, I don't know, I would always admire, I wish my parents were together. Even if they were unhappy, I'd rather them be together. I wish I didn't get abused. Yeah, there's a lot of abuse. Yeah, so like a lot of that stuff sticks with me. And oftentimes I'll tell people about this, and I'm a little bit like nonchalant about talking about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we don't really see the connections. We don't see how you could be so well off or so put together. all things considered. And I'm like, no, I mean, yeah, I had to battle and overcome a lot of
Yeah. And
that
you're
pain
stronger
and trauma.
for it.
But it's like the traumaturgy, and so like it's
Yeah.
one of those things where I want to reach out to
People in similar situations.
kids.
Dude, that is my big thing. I want to find people that had to go through, young people like that are still in that stage where they can avoid, or not avoid, because I think these are necessary experiences, as painful as it to watch, but I think they do need to know that this is not, that this can be molded into something beautiful.
Right.
This doesn't have to be an ugly.
I still think I have to do a lot of the molding for myself. I'm still undoing a lot, and
But you've got the formula down. You've got the wisdom
I think
to
so.
do it.
And I think I have all the pieces, and I think I have the environment too. I think that's what Lynchburg has been for me in a strange way.
Really.
There's been a lot of growth. And I still think that there's a few missing pieces, but I'm very, very close
Things
to being.
they still have to triumph over.
Yeah, like the body dysmorphia, I really want to overcome that, because if
Yeah.
I can overcome that, and then also building up my burst more, I want to be able to create more. Because if I have those two things, I don't even think, honestly, like really just being leveled out right now. If I'm so crazy about Vidya and I want to go to India and I'm fascinated with that thought, but if I don't go as the complete version of myself, I'd be doing a disservice. But I'm not going to put it off. So like I'm very well, like these next months or year or so, I'm really going to buckle down and do.
Be all you can be.
Yeah. So I want to produce music and I want to do more, and I want to have the energy to do
Live
more.
like you're dying.
That's probably
how I
the best.
lived.
That's probably the best advice, honestly. I mean, a lot of the people that I looked up to. This is going to be another strange example, but I was a few months ago. I was getting into Tupac. You ever listen
Yeah.
to his stuff, or?
I haven't listened to it, but I know his story.
Oh.
Vaguely. I mean, I understand
He
the.
passed away at 21, 22.
Really? It was that young?
Yeah. Let me look it up real quick.
Was he shot?
Yeah, he was shot. But the thing is, he had so much material because he never left the recording studio that they would release double albums worth of material, well, like years after he was.
So what are you seeing?
And most
in
of his
this?
music was about what it would be like after he's dead. He would constantly talk about his death.
Yeah. It's creepy. There's like a self-fulfilling prophecy element in there.
Born in 71, died in 96. So what was that, 25?
Yeah.
25.
Okay.
That's still pretty young, though.
No, that is young.
But that self-fulfilling, like, I see it in a lot of artists who have passed or are still alive. They
I'm
live
still
like
trying
they're
to
gonna die.
escape that. Yeah.
You don't want to live like you're gonna die.
I'm just trying not to die. Yeah. I don't think I ever explained fully when we were talking about the dreams what those ominous things
Represented.
I had some dreams that very clearly stated that if I don't change the course of my life, or if I don't introduce something new into it soon, that I will be hitting, crossing that Rubicon, hitting that point of no return come November of this year.
And that's.
I know. I've been aware of this all year, and it's been freaking me out the closer it gets. That's why I started going back to church. It's why I started just doing desperate things, last resort things to meet people.
Interesting.
It's so hard sometimes not to look desperate or to sound panicked or urgent.
Maybe Unitarian church. I know that sounds crazy.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Well, it wasn't about spirituality. I mean, I have that within me in private and stronger. I don't,
I recognize that.
It's the community.
The community. That's the one thing from that. That's an outlet. So.
But even this right here is community. Just
for sure.
people to converse with. I mean, even just talking to you, my body's generating chemicals that doesn't generate in isolation.
That's awesome.
Feelings of that come from feelings of trust or belonging or just intellectual stimulation.
It's opening me up too, actually, quite a bit.
In what sense?
Like comparatively to when we first hung out, I was a little bit more like, oh, how do I behave? What do I act like? What do I say? It's very much more conscious, so it's actually a lot more taxing.
Like
it gets that
methodical?
way. Yeah, a lot of. It's like, how do I approach this? Somebody new.
Do you feel a lot more laid back now?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. I'm just I'm just not judgmental in the slightest when it comes
No.
to anything.
No,
Because
but
I've been every one.
I-
It's true. I've
Really,
been every one. It's like,
That's
how
why
can I
you said
judge?
you shocked me to hear that you're a Star Wars fan.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But that's my consume. I mean, that's
Mhm.
all that. I mean, I saw the Dewback, but I was like, oh.
It
I
needs
was
to be
even
cleaned off.
I was
yeah.
even surprised that you knew what that was.
Really? Because it's mine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, dude, I
I
know
know for
all
some
of them.
reason.
I have, like, I could tell you any character from the first, like
Even like not NPCs, but
like
like
Dengar and
oh yeah, Dengar.
Momon Naden. And just, like,
Mon
weird-
Mothma and shit.
Yeah, just like extras in the Katina that only got their spot as a figurine.
Right.
The bounty hunters that you see like a
Yeah.
glimpse of on the stage in Empire Strikes Back, but never again.
IG-88 and
Yeah, the
Dengar.
robots, the medical droids.
Yeah.
I had all of it. The Royal Guards.
The Royal Guards.
Those
really,
guys were
really
cool.
And
That's
they're
what my dad
cool.
liked.
I don't know why. I
Oh,
don't
it's
think
the
they're
red
cool.
and it's their shape. They're like
Yeah.
a bullet.
They are like
Yeah.
a bullet. But I don't know why. They never fought or anything that we
Mm.
saw. But you see them with those stabs.
It was like a symbol of power.
It really is. Yeah.
In its own right and attributed to the Emperor.
Yeah.
But,
Oh,
dude, I could
love it.
totally go for watching those again.
I would too. I have the original theatrical cuts.
Nice. Well, which one was your favorite of the three?
Empire.
I was a Jedi, Return of the Jedi guy.
Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
I really loved Return of the Jedi, but
It just
Empire-
felt so, well,
Oh,
triumphant,
yeah.
first of all.
It is triumphant.
It has such a different essence, though, and I felt like Empire was...
It was
The Cloud
engineered.
City had such a different feeling to it.
Oh,
It felt very bright.
I like that.
You liked that? Cloud City, the Lando?
I loved Cloud City a lot. No, but when you get inside, like where they have the carbonite, like that room,
Yeah.
it's all like misty and blue lights. And
Dude, you mean Jabba's palace?
oh no, I'm actually referring to when they freeze Han. That chamber is right before Luke goes and fights Vader. Right before he gets his arm. cut
Okay,
off.
so they...
That whole
okay, yeah.
That whole set
Is that in Cloud City, then?
that's in Cloud City.
Is that what the midget
Yeah,
munchkin guys?
they're called the
I knew the name at one point.
Ergnauts or something.
I had
like
figurines
Ergnauts.
of two of them, yeah.
And, yeah, I loved all of that. And then even that room where Vader pulls the blaster out of Han's hand.
Yeah.
That room is just so. It's
I'm
so
trying
cool.
to imagine which room you're referring to.
It's like
He
a dining,
does it through
dining-
his
it's-
force.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Okay.
he pulls the blaster out of his hand. It's just a dining room in Cloud
Oh,
City.
oh, you're right, and that's where Lando stands up, where
Yeah.
they realize they've been sold out.
Yeah. It's like you double crossing, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I just love the Jabba's palace.
Jabba's palace is
That
really cool,
that's a
too.
really great.
That's dark.
And everyone's there, and they're kind of just shooting glances at each other, and there's just such
I
a
still
tension
think
there.
it's crazy. Luke force chokes the Gamorrean guard.
The Gamorrean guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Those
this
are cool.
giant pig.
The
like-
Rancor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Rancor.
And was it the Sarlacc? Was that an enemy?
Sarlacc was the name of the pit.
That was
that,
the
Boba Fett.
antlion thing that came out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
and
Boba
lion.
Fett.
That's a Final Fantasy reference, isn't it?
Antlions are real.
Are they?
I used to play with them in New Jersey.
What are they?
They're
Ants?
they are.
Big ants?
Do you ever see those little dips? It looks exactly like it does in the
Are they in the
in the
ground?
pit. Yeah, you see these pits in the ground, and then if you drop something in there, you see these pincers come out and grab it and pull it in. It's just like in the movie, but this is a monster version. They're called antlions, and look it up on your phone. I mean, it's the larva, the antlion larva, that are known for this, though, because the adult versions fly around and they're no longer in pits. But we have these all over the place in New Jersey, and ants drop in there and they come out and grab them and go back down.
Oh my god, it's creepy.
Yeah, search antlion like pit or something. Or oh, I think it just showed when I saw a video of it. There. Right there. Yeah,
One of the trippiest things I'd ever seen.
yeah, there it is. It grabbed an ant or something.
Oh wow.
They just fall in a pit and then they can't get out because the sand keeps shifting.
Ooh.
And so these pincers just come out, just pincers, and pull in.
So that's obviously where the Sarlacc was referenced.
Oh yeah.
Interesting,
It's a
I've never
very-
seen this.
Yeah, it's not unlike this at all. I had a playset of that.
One of the trippiest things I'd ever seen in my life. 2 years ago.
Maybe a bug or something getting eaten.
Yeah, it was a big, like really large cicada.
Did you tell me about this?
I don't know.
It sounds so familiar.
And it was crawling up a tree, and my cousin was like, "Yo, check this out." And we get up close to it, and this bee, it's called the cicada killer, is the name of the bee. We end up looking this up.
Nice.
So the bee was like a third of its size, and it stung it in the head. And you just see it. It's
They
just
wouldn't
like,
eat it though,
No, it wouldn't eat it.
because
It
they
was
only eat honey.
Yeah, it wouldn't eat it, but it ended up like grabbing it, and it ended up flying away and carrying it away. So we looked it up, and these cicada killers, what they do is they bring it back to their nest, and they lay eggs inside the brains of the cicadas. The cicadas are living all the while,
It's
And it
just like
lays-
paralyzed.
all while this
That
happens.
is brutal.
Yeah,
That is the most metal bee.
Right, yeah, it was so crazy to even see that.
But why is that needed for their
Cicada.
task?
For
Just bring me the body of the cicada.
Eastern cicada killer. They're really big bees.
These are wasps, though,
I think they're wasps, maybe.
because those are not even the same family. That's a wasp, I believe.
And when I read about them, yeah, they're big.
What's its scientific name? Is it Vespa or Api? Oh, neither. It's a wasp. Okay. Wasps are asses.
Cicada hawk, cicada killer, digger wasp species.
Okay, yeah. You know that wasps and bees are not actually related?
I didn't know.
Wasps are actually related to ants.
Really?
So wasps are basically flying ants, and bees are
Really?
something different entirely, yeah. But wasps are assholes, and bees are just, like, harmless.
Yeah, they dig burrows underground,
Hmm.
and then what they do is Eastern cicada killer wasp holding a paralyzed cicada, and they'll fly with it.
Wow.
Even though the cicada will be 3 times its size. Yeah, they use their sting to paralyze their prey, rather than to defend their nest. Unlike other social wasps and bees, and they feed on nectar.
Interesting.
But they lay eggs inside
Very interesting.
the brains of the cicada. They're also known as the cow killer. It's pretty damn brutal.
These sound like Worms Armageddon moves. The cow killer. Did you ever play that game much?
Worms, a little bit.
That was
Played
fun.
Lemmings. I think there's
I
similar
never played
concept.
Lemmings. No, but I've heard of it. I think it had a similar image. Type
Alright,
thing.
I'm gonna roll out of here.
Yeah, it's getting so late, man, but I had fun.
Me too. I'll
You
see you.
too. Yeah, I guess just message me after you're done working out. Well, before.
It'll be early.
Okay,
I'll
try to let
probably-
me know as
soon as possible.
when you. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you know. Yeah, that's it. So you have a good night. You're awake enough to drive, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Stomach is beginning to hurt though.
Oh man. All right.
I'll talk to you around noon, then I'll message you.
Okay, great. You take care, man.